All right. You entered a plea.
Hold up, injury to the elderly. That charge, isn't it? Just serious it sticks. Prosecutors don't hand those out lightly. And if a plea bargain's already in play, that means something big went down. So, what's the full story behind this? Shattered trust.
To injury to the elderly. According to your plea bargain agreement, the state is silent on your application, and there's an affirmative finding of family violence, and this is run concurrent with a county court cause number. All right, are there any witnesses? Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the court will hear your argument.
Your Honor, ask the court to take notice of the jail classification. Its weakness, of course, is that it's self-reported, but it corroborates to some degree what the MEC evaluation says. In the past, she's had mental illness problems, and less so now. And the number 2 point, Your Honor, is that the complainant in this case, in both cases, misdemeanor, your court, not interested in hurting this woman.
Now, pause. Here she's remorseful. Wants to move in with a 35-year-old friend and says the toxic relationship is over. But is that enough? Courts care about remorse. Yes, but they also look for responsibility. Is she genuinely cutting ties? Or just cutting corners to dodge jail time?
Filed on prosecution, but there was a damage made by glass broken up against her eyes, so there was damage. She's remorseful for that. Her plan is to live with a 35-year-old friend of hers that she's known for a couple of years. There's no more contact between the boyfriend and the complainant, who is the boyfriend's grandmother. That's finished. That's over. And she doesn't plan to return to that. I asked the court to consider deferred adjudication with some type of supervision regarding where she's going to live. Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, so let me understand this. So the facts of this case are that the elderly person was in an argument with her grandson. Is that correct?
No, Your Honor. The other way.
It says William said she had been arguing with her grandson and the suspect got involved.
Oh, prior to that.
Okay, here comes Vanessa, 24 years old and dating the grandson. And now she's on the hot seat. Notice how the judge immediately presses her about relationships and age gaps. This line of questioning, it's not just personal, sets up motive, bias, and emotional triggers.
Yes, Your Honor, but the real issue was conflict between grandma and her.
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Vanessa.
All right, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Louder.
Vanessa.
All right, so what is your relationship to the victim in this case?
There's no relationship anymore. I was with her grandson.
All right, so you, and how old are you?
24.
24. And how old is the grandson?
He just turned 20 in January.
All right, and you were living with her?
I was living there for about 5 or 6 years.
You were living with her?
With her and the grandson.
All right, but that's her house, right?
Yeah.
It's not the grandson's house. So you come in and you live with the grandmother and the grandson.
Yeah.
And then she gets into an argument with her grandson.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that argument about?
I don't remember the exact details due to the fact that I was.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I don't remember the exact details because I was under the influence.
Under the influence of what?
Xanax.
All right.
Talking to my face.
So she's in an argument with her grandson, and then what do you do?
So I was, I guess, like in the middle of this. Because of a lot of.
Whoa, the police report hits hard. Facial injuries, visible blood, and prior threats. That's not just a push, that's assault with a history. So when Vanessa claims she does not, remember, is it the drugs talking, or a legal strategy to blur the facts?
Things going on to make a lot of abuse.
You have said some things, but you haven't told me anything. So,
Yeah, Your Honor, how
Yeah.
did she get hurt?
So I got pushed into her.
no,
By the
that's not what this says. Because if you were just pushed into her, then maybe you need a jury trial. If you're saying you were just pushed into her. But that's not what it says. In the police report, it says, while on patrol in the marked vehicle, I was dispatched to the listed location for an assault in progress. The caller stated his brother and the girlfriend were arguing, and the girlfriend hit the grandmother. The caller stated the grandmother was bleeding from her head and nose. I arrived to the listed location and saw both victim 1 and O1 sitting outside on the porch. Victim 1 had visible injuries on her face and head. Victim had a small cut on the bridge of her nose, which was still.
This part right here is a gut punch. The judge is not just asking about jobs or geographies unwrapping, years of instability, dependence, and decisions that led her into that house. Think about it, how many bad choices stack up before someone ends up in court like this.
Bleeding. Victim had a small cut on the top of her head that was covered in blood. Victim also had a lump on the right side of her head. Victim said she had been arguing with her grandson. Victim said she had been arguing with her grandson, and the suspect got involved and began to argue with her. Victim said she doesn't remember how or what she was hit with, but the suspect walked up to her and hit her. O1 said suspect had threatened to beat up the victim before. So unless you were on Xanax all the time you were at that house?
I was in Xanax for the last 2 years that I've been there.
All right. Is there anything else?
Moment, please, Your Honor. Nothing further, Your Honor.
So why were you not living with your parents?
So, and,
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
So I'm from Wisconsin and like,
You're from the what?
From Wisconsin.
Okay.
And so I moved in with him and I was living with him basically for both of them because
Did you have a job?
yeah.
How long have you been unemployed?
And here's the emotional twist. Vanessa was caring for a disabled mom and an autistic brother before she left. That's not just backstory, it's the heart of the case. The judge now has to weigh trauma, survival, and personal history against violence. What would you do in his place?
Since I got with my grandson,
And how long has that been?
about 6 years ago, 5.
So 6 years you have been unemployed. So why did you leave Wisconsin to hook your life to this person?